This is Hannibal from the HannibalTV.com with my weekly Wrestling Observer review. But before I get into the Wrestling Observer news, PW Insider is reporting that Edge has signed a new contract with WWE. He hasn't wrestled for a long time. However, he has said recently that he could have a match tomorrow. I think he did a spear not too long ago. So Edge has watched some of our videos. He watched the video of Al Perez on the Hannibal TV talking about an encounter he had with Edge, where he said Edge was a really nice person. When I had various WWE extra jobs in the past, I remember the very first WWE wrestler that welcomed me backstage to the Calgary extra job I did back in 2004 was Edge. He was very nice. Big John says, "What's up?" I had a few complaints for people look at the camera. Just so you know, I take notes of the interesting stuff I read in the Wrestling News or Wrestling Observer. So I cannot, I don't want to hold them up or tape them up. So if I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm reading notes that I took. Just to start that off with, Ralph Ficaro saying, having a good night. Kofi Kingston said on his podcast that he and the entire New Day have re-signed for 5 years. It seems like WWE is locking everyone up for 5-year deals. We heard Randy Orton signed a 5-year deal recently. Cain Velasquez, apparently his next WWE booking is at the Royal Rumble. There will be no 205 Live tapings December 20th in Brooklyn or 27th in Detroit. Next, as I already reported, won by far the December 18th ratings war versus AEW. NXT ran December 15th in San Jose and drew 1,600 fans. They drew 250 fans December 12th in Largo, Florida. December 13th in Fort Pierce, Florida. They drew 300 fans. December 14th in Orlando, they drew 300 fans. Their NXT taping drew 400 fans. December 13th, they were also in California. Visalia, California, drew 1,500 fans. December 14th in Santa Cruz, NXT drew 1,100 fans. NXT had a total of 795,000 viewers for their taping this week, and AEW had 683,000 viewers. They also had the lowest attendance to date of any Dynamite taping, with 3,100 people totally in the building, including comps. Dustin Rhodes apparently wants AEW to use him as head coach of a wrestling school in Texas. And after the AEW tapings this week, I guess Tony Khan and a female referee, both stunned Sean Spears. So Tony Khan has said he wouldn't get involved in the show. Obviously, he's in front of 3,100 fans, live crowd. Plus, it's out on Twitter before tens of thousands of more, maybe hundreds of thousands by now. Basically, him and a female referee beating up one of their supposed top performers, Sean Spears. And I just find it funny that they said they were going to go to a more sports-orientated product, but they have referees and the owner of the company giving one of their top stars stunners. I can see why the interest seems to be going down. Attendance seems to be going down. So I don't know. I hope that they turn it around, or at least take that kind of crap out of the product. I'm not a fan of it. Don't Look at My Channel is tipping me $2. Thank you very much. Can I do a shoot interview with Alex Riley? Is the question. Please tell me who Alex Riley is. I'm sorry, I don't know who it is. If he's under contract with WWE, no. Tell me who he is. Send information to greatnorthwrestling@gmail.com, the Hannibal TV email address. And it's not just me that answers, but send your suggestions to greatnorthwrestling@gmail.com, as well as talent applications. Don't look at my channel, tipping me another $2. Thank you. When the fans own the company, Tony Khan is a mark. Don't look at my channel, says. Well, we're all marks, aren't we? So I can't really hold that against Tony Khan, that he's a mark. I was as big of a wrestling mark as he was, I'm sure, growing up. I only started to drift away from interest in the current product over the last 15 years or so. But I'm still interested in the behind the scenes stuff. That's why I do this. That's why I read these reports. For people that were claiming that I shouldn't complain about AEW doing stuff like that, I guess it's called like having everyone a stunner party or something where everyone stuns the heel. I guess that's a cool thing. But I just, as a guy that grew up in the 80s, I can't imagine like Abdullah the Butcher doing a stunner party, Bruiser Brody doing a stunner party, Nikita Koloff doing a stunner party. I can't imagine that kind of stuff. Craig Reeder, thank you, and tips me $10. Thank you very much, Craig. I appreciate that very much. Ludwig von Cocksucker says, Rick Martel shoot. He refuses to do one. He says he doesn't want anything further to do with the wrestling industry. Robert Wilkinson, you deserve to be in the WWE, mate. You know what? I'm doing great as a reporter. I'm going to continue to grow Great North Wrestling, have better overall events, and bring more outside talent. And I'm going to be better as an interviewer, so I don't mind not being in WWE. It will never happen. I had a legal situation with them based on them rescinding my contract for a reason I felt was not valid. That situation was settled, and everything between me and them is settled. They've had no interest since then. Various agents have tried to get me in, and they've all failed, so I've given up on that. Don't look at my channel, says who should AEW sign? Well, they should have signed Edge. They should have signed CM Punk I'm sure CM Punk's making good money, but he would have made a bigger difference in AEW. But who should they sign from the independents? I think the Blood Hunter is pretty good, but they might not use him right. Davey Boy Smith Jr. Is a solid guy to have too, but as far as who's left that could actually make a difference, WWE is doing a pretty good job of signing all of those guys up. Oh, I'll tell you who they should sign. The man who's going to be managing the Blood Hunter at the PCW Ultra event, January 10th, just outside of Los Angeles. Go to PCWUltra.com for more information. But without question, don't look at my channel. AEW should sign Kevin Sullivan. He was the mastermind behind a lot of great angles and was involved with the booking of WCW when they were whooping Vince McMahon's ass 83 weeks in a row. So yes, Kevin Sullivan. Women's referee in men matches, LOL, Tony is crazy. I don't personally care if women referee. I don't care. I don't think I've ever, I think I may have had a women's referee before. I don't care if they referee. They refereed amateur matches for me when I was an amateur wrestler. But to have the referee, man or woman, stunning a main event star, that just makes the whole thing look like a joke. I haven't seen it myself, but I hear there's a lot of complaints with referees not having any authority in tag matches. And then when you have them doing stunners, that's just bad. That's bad. I've heard Dave Meltzer say after this week's AEW, this could be like a big sign because of the AEW show was really weird this week. He said this could be a sign of the beginning of the end for them. Maybe not in those exact words, but yeah, it could be a not good sign for them. He didn't say the beginning of the end. Did not say that. Mistake. It's 1:52 in the morning. Michael McDonald, I'm so over the stunner. Well, you know what? Steve Austin still does it well. He's going to come back and have another match, surely. So as long as Steve Austin's doing it the best, he should be the only one doing it. Otherwise, it comes across bad. Don't look at my channel. Tips me another $2. Thank you again. What cycle is Triple H and Brock Lesnar running? Well, it's come out in the wrestling news that wrestlers are allowed testosterone. They might even be allowed growth hormone. I don't know, but they're definitely allowed testosterone. So I don't believe Triple H and Brock Lesnar are subject to the same drug testing as regular talents. They're both special talents, and Triple H is also an executive, not to mention the son-in-law of the CEO. So they can probably do whatever they want. I haven't seen Triple H with his shirt off forever. I didn't watch his match from Saudi Arabia. Brock Lesnar, I don't know what he's on. I'm no steroid expert. I'm no steroid expert at all. We did put a video out of WWE wrestlers talking about steroids. A newer version on my Devon Nicholson channel that I will be live streaming the Great North Wrestling Annihilation event February 29th on. Look that one up. I put an updated version of WWE wrestlers on steroids on that channel. And on this channel, there's also one. Team LMDU tips me $2.99. Oh, thank you. With AEW, of course, WWE is locking everyone down. There you go. And that is smart of them. Don't look at my channel. Tips me $2. Says, who is my favorite wrestler from 2005 to 2019? Well, as I said, I didn't really watch it in those years. But I guess I could say Brock Lesnar is my favorite from those years.